Hi guys, my name is Leanne and I am a DIY enthusiast. One of the things I love to do most is to take some material that might have otherwise found its way into the dumpster and breathe new life into it. So what we're going to be doing today is using reclaimed wood from an old pallet and a piece of sponge from an old couch and turning it into a brand new Ottoman. So our first step is going to be to spray these beautiful turned legs that I got from Gelmar. What I also got is I got a spray stain. Now usually when you're going to stain wood, you have to deal with filthy cloths and liquids, etc. This makes it so much easier, so we're going to use this. So great tip over here. If you don't have a lot of space in your home, or you don't have a space where you can go outside and go and do the spray paint, or if the wind is howling, what you want to do is you want to grab a big box. Big cardboard box would work as well, and you're going to actually use it as a little mini spray booth, so you can spray your stuff inside of this without making a mess. Okay, so I have got my legs sprayed and I'm going to leave them to dry. But a quick tip that you can use whenever you're using spray paint or something in an aerosol bottle, if you don't want the nozzle to clog up, all that you do is you hold it upside down, spray it in the air to clear the nozzle, and then you cover it up. All right, so for the next step in our project, I'm using reclaimed wood that I got off of an old pallet. I've taken sandpaper and I've sanded it down so that your front surface is nice and smooth. Because this is old reclaimed wood, it's not necessarily always going to be perfectly straight. There might be a little bit of a wobble in it. So what I'm going to use to create this frame is a bracket like this. And what's nice about this is this cross section is actually going to allow us to rest our cushion on top of it. So just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like in the end, so we're going to do that, make it nice and square, and your bracket is going to go in there. So I'm going to measure this up and then we're going to start with guide holes. So pilot holes are quite important when using older wood because the wood tends to be a lot harder. And if you're going to try and go into the wood with a screw first, you're going to make it split. So I just want to measure where I'm going to be putting the brackets. And then what we'll do is we will measure our brackets where we're going to be putting our guide holes in. And now I'll use my drill and I'll drill halfway through before we screw in the actual screws. Okay. So now that we have our frame all put together and it's nice and stable, it needs to be stained so that it can match the legs that we did beforehand. But because this is quite big, I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to give it the same treatment. So while our frame is outside drying, we're going to start with the cushion section of our Ottoman. This is going to be the upholstery section. So I mentioned before that I'm going to be using a very old piece of sponge from an old couch cushion, and we're actually going to sink that into the frame that we've just created. But before we do that, we're going to put it onto a piece of MDF board and we're going to use contact adhesive to do that. This is a very quick and easy process. You're just going to use a paintbrush and you're going to make sure that you cover your board as much as you possibly can. So don't be stingy with this, give it a good thick layer of glue. Now this is going to need a minute or two to dry, so let's talk about the upholstery. You can use any material that you want to. Thick, thin, it doesn't matter. I've chosen something super neutral to go along with our wood stain. You do want to make sure that when you cut it, that you've actually cut it quite a bit bigger than what the cushion is, because what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in underneath the board and we're going to staple it on there. Okay, so now that our glue is sort of semi-dry, it's a little tacky to the touch, we can actually add our cushion onto our board and stick it down. So what we want to do is lay our material out, and then we're going to flip the cushion over upside down onto our material. Now we're going to start stapling. So you're going to pull it tight, and generally this is where the job becomes a bit of a two-person job. So if you do have somebody to help you out, you can do that. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you're going to start on one corner and then go diagonally, do the next corner, and then diagonally across again, like you're tightening the wheel nuts on the tire. I'm going to pull as hard as I can using my staple gun. I'm going to pop a staple in there. Okay, so this is the fun part. It's time for final assembly. Our frame is back. It's dry. Our legs have been stained. It's ready. We've upholstered our cushion. So now we're going to start putting all the different elements together, starting with the legs. It's a very easy job. We're just going to screw them onto the frame from the side. Okay, so we've attached our legs and we're ready to put on the upholstered section. So this is what it looks like. There we go. How awesome does that look, okay? Now, we're gonna add the cushion on, and this should just simply seat into your base, into your frame. You can sort of give it a bit of a tuck just to make sure that everything looks nice and pretty and it's nice and stable. Once you've done that, you pretty much got your Ottoman, guys. How easy was that? It just goes to show that anybody can do a DIY. Simple materials, simple tools, and you can build something absolutely beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed every second of this DIY with me, and I hope that I'll be seeing you sometime in the future.
For more DIY solutions, visit Gelmar in-store or browse online.